So DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. So basically, if you come to the U.S. when you were under the age of 16, there are a lot of criteria actually that you have to go through in order to be able to qualify for DACA. But if you do meet all those criteria, then the government can give you this protection, basically, for being deported. So it is an executive order, which means that, with new presidency, it can be taken away. When I realized what it did for myself and hundreds of thousands of young people, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I have to keep promoting this, and I have to keep getting other young people to sign up for this, because it's doing all this good stuff for me. I'm able to actually be a normal student.
A statement as to why she needs the DACA here?
I don't know what will happen with the DACA renewal, so it better go out quicker than later. Mine expires in May, so I'm just around the 150 day period where I'm supposed to send in my application for renewal.
How long does renewal usually take?
The DACA? It can take anywhere from a few months to 6 months.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Have a great trip.
Thank you.
We'll be in contact with you.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you.
The executive order gets rescinded. One good thing about
you'll rescind that one too.
One good thing
you'll
about
rescind the Dream Act executive
order.
You're going to have to. DACA.
We have to make a whole new set of standards, and when people come in, they have to come in.
You're going to split up families.
Chuck,
you're going to deport children.
Chuck, no, we're going to keep the families together. We have to keep the families together.
But you're going to keep them together out.
But they have to go.
What if they have no place to go?
We will work with them. They have to go.
So when we came back in 2004, my grandparents were trying to sponsor my mom for a green card. And by the time we moved over, our green card petition had already been approved. So that was a really good sign. The reason why we moved in 2004 rather than later when we actually had the green card was because my grandparents were very sick. My grandfather was on his deathbed, so my mom came in March 2004 and actually watched him, die in front of her. And that was very tough for the family. But we had already made plans to move so that at least we could be next to, my grandmother who was still alive. So we came in legally with a visitor visa, actually. But then ultimately my grandmother also passed away. It just left us with no other choice but to decide whether we could stay in the US or go back to Pakistan.
I have 3 daughters, and I want that to give them a good life and educations. Whatever I wanted that my kids to be, that's the only place I have chosen. And I have no regret. But it was nice to have this country as we dream it, that one day she will be there and she will be a good person for the community. And she is doing very, very good. It's beyond my imagination. And I thought this is the right place for her. In our country, she won't be like that. There are so many talent, but America is really dreamland. So everybody comes here to take risk of their lives and start life again here, which is so hard. Different culture, different people, but we adjust. And they adjust us. They never bother us. They always trying to help. And that's the American people are really the best. They're taking care for humanity. They are fighting for humanity.
If you're an undocumented person living in the U.S. right now, it is extremely difficult to get lawful status in the U.S. Not impossible, but very, very difficult. So, like in Saba's case, if you entered the U.S. lawfully and then you overstayed your visa, there's a small exception that allows those people to adjust their status to become lawful permanent residents and excuse that unlawful presence that they have because they entered lawfully.